how does this affect your daily life in the sense of relationships? How does that affect it? Whether it's partners, personal relationships, friendships? Do you tell people? Do you let them know what's going on? Right. I this is curious to me because
Okay, yeah.
yeah,
So, well, because my husband is a musician and he has tinnitus, and I hardly know any musicians without tinnitus, in
yeah,
that it's been caused by, he was doing lots of, in big bands, and his horn section, the trumpet player was blasting away next to him. So we try not to talk about it too much, because the moment you bring it into your consciousness, you notice it and the brain prioritizes it. But I will say, oh God, my ears are ringing, or if my anxiety is bad and my ears ring, we'll talk about it. But most of the time, we have decided between us
yeah.
not to talk about it, because he says the same thing. His is very, very mild, doesn't it's not a big deal. But as he says, if we talk about it, he then notices it.
Yeah.
But it has never really impinged on no, it's not impinged on I mean, when the first back then, when it
Yeah.
first happened, I mean, it was really affecting me, because I was very any any noise. I wouldn't go to any clubs or anything. So yeah, it affected me a lot then, but not now.
That's really great. I mean, that is amazing. I mean, how, for example, what that seems to be to me is that, and again, there's no right or wrong, but with me, I found that it improved my tinnitus when I started to talk about it. It was almost like there was a monster on my back, which I would call, let's just say, my tinnitus monster. And it was always there. And I realized that I was unsuccessful with my tinnitus journey, mainly because I was too afraid of letting this devil out of the bag, which was not talking about it. I'm not saying
No,
what you're saying is wrong or right. I'm just saying because it's personal. But for me, the key to it was to get rid of the tinnitus monster. I used to try and make it look more appealing and more friendly, and then I realised I was still carrying a monster. Nonetheless, it might have looked a bit more pretty and more beautified, but it was nonetheless a monster until I decided
yeah.
that I could get rid of it. But so having
Can
said
I just
that,
respond?
yeah, of
Can I
course,
respond to that? Because I
yeah,
think what's really interesting is you repeatedly use the word monster, and two, you were frightened of talking about it, and it's the fear
yeah,
that, because once, because I was terrified, and once I spoke to my dad about it,
yeah,
somehow the fear dispelled. So yes, absolutely, I'm not saying don't talk about it, because
yeah,
that would be an absurdity.
yes,
I'm saying that if I talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about it,
yeah, yeah,
then it becomes a priority in my brain, and
yes.
that's what I try to avoid.
Yeah, you've done it really successfully. I think that's absolutely right. I completely agree with you. I mean, so